In this tutorial, we will explore the part creation feature, which allows your company to customize its inventory of part numbers to the software. In this portion of the software, all of the previously created components and packaging instructions are applied to your specific parts to ensure efficient and compliant shipment preparation. When creating a part, the administrator should have his regulatory books on hand for reference: 49 CFR for ground shipments, ICAO IATA for air, and IMO IMDG for vessel. To begin, click on the Administration tab, then the Part Description tab. Next to the Create button, you will find 3 additional buttons labeled Update, Delete, and Clone, which we will discuss once we cover the initial creation phase. So click Create and let's get started. First, select your company and the mode of shipment. If your company ships the same part via multiple modes of transport, the part will need to be recreated under each mode due to the differences in regulations, but the same part number may be used for each of the different modes. Administrators also have the capability in the Failsafe software system to create kit parts, which we will discuss in a subsequent video. Next, enter your company's proprietary part number or name of the product to be created, and click Go. The first section is titled Description. The first data entry field solicits the UN/NA-ID number with UN as the default. In the pull-down list, the administrator can adjust his search to NA or ID if necessary. Next, the administrator can enter the appropriate UN, NA, or ID number. Once the number is entered, he can click the blue Populate button to retrieve data about the specific item from the Failsafe database. If the administrator does not know the UN, NA, or ID number, he also has the option of searching by proper shipping name. Once the proper name is found, click the blue Populate button to retrieve data about the specific item from the database. Based on the part selected, Failsafe automatically fills the primary hazard class field, the sub-risks, if applicable, the packing group, if there is only one option, the inhalation zone, if applicable, and the mode-specific ERG number. If the physical state of the part is not definable from the data provided from 49 CFR, ICAO IATA, or IMO IMDG, then the administrator must make a selection before the Failsafe software system will allow the part to be created. As for selecting a type, if the part is not in pure form but maintains the physical characteristics of a certain product, it may be classified as a solution or mixture. If a technical name is required, the administrator must make that designation by either selecting from a list of previously created technical names or by clicking the blue Create button to enter the technical name if it has not been previously created in the Material Components portion of the software. Next, the administrator has the option of designating the part's manufacturer as well as the manufacturer's part number. However, this section is not required. If the manufacturer was not previously created through the Table Management tab, the administrator has the option of clicking the blue Create button at the time the specific part is created. By clicking the blue Add button, the administrator may include as many manufacturers and part numbers as needed. The next section displays a list of possible flags. Upon entry of a specific ID number, certain flags may be automatically and irreversibly selected in order to ensure compliance with federal regulations. You, as the administrator, also have the option of selecting additional flags in order to adhere to company policies and ensure tighter compliance when preparing a hazmat shipment. The packaging section follows, which displays bulk and non-bulk options. Depending on the shipment, bulk may be excluded from available options. The administrator may then select the quantity to be shipped by designating quantity per inner for a combination package, quantity per package for a single composite package, or gross weight per package. Once this selection has been made, the administrator may then enter a quantity and unit of measure. Next, you must make a selection to associate the part with previously created packaging instructions by selecting from a list of options that are consistent with both the ID number of the part in question and the packaging instruction number entered in the Create Packaging portion of the software. For instance, during the Create Packaging instruction process, a packing instruction number is initially entered, such as IATA 353, which applies to certain flammable liquids. The administrator will then find the proprietary number of the previously created packaging instruction as an option in the drop-down list in the Create Part portion of the software, if and only if that packing instruction number applies to the ID number of the part being created. If packing instruction number IATA 353 was created previously, the administrator will find the proprietary packing instruction number in the drop-down list when creating a part, such as UN 1263, paint. The administrator also has the option of assigning multiple packaging instructions to a part number in this section. Then, when the part number in question is added to a shipment during the Create Shipment process, the user will be required to select one set of packaging instructions from the multiple options for that singular shipment. You will then proceed to the Markings and Labels segment. Upon initial entry of a part ID number, specific markings and labels will automatically be loaded and displayed here. You have the option of designating additional labels beyond the regulated requirements in the event that the carrier or your company has more stringent labeling requirements. Customized handling labels may also be added by selecting from the drop-down list of previously created labels or by clicking the blue Create button to manually enter a label as needed. A display of markings and labels will appear to the user in the Create Shipment and View Part portions of the software under the Markings Labels tab. The Special Provisions section follows. Here, special provisions will automatically load in accordance with the regulatory agency's specifications as they pertain to the part ID number entered above. The administrator may also select which, if any, special provisions to include on the shipping papers. The special provisions are listed for the user under the View Part and Create Shipment portions of the software in the Special Provisions tab. If your company utilizes any approval, special permit, or explosive authorizations, they can be associated with the part under the Authorizations section. Authorizations may be uploaded through the Table Management tab or by clicking the blue Create button during part creation. To add more than one authorization, click the blue Add button. Authorities are visible to the user in the View Part and Create Shipment sections of the software under the Authorities tab. Next, you will see IATA variations, which may include state variations and operator variations. State variations refer to any location-specific regulatory information that must be brought to the user's attention when preparing a shipment. Operator variations include any additional requirements and procedures that the shipper must follow to remain compliant. The administrator may add as many state and operator variations as necessary. These will be visible to the user in the View Part and Create Shipment portions of the software under the Alerts and Variations tab. The Remarks section follows, which you as the administrator may use to communicate any part-specific information to the user or reference company-specific provisions or policies. To input a remark, you may either select any previously created remark from the drop-down list or click the blue Create button to add a remark during the Create Part process. The user will find this remark in the View Part and Create Shipment portions of the software under the Remarks tab. Finally, you will find the Alerts section, which will enable you to communicate general alerts to the user. The information that is provided serves support purposes only and is meant to aid the user in staying compliant with a hazmat shipment. Alerts are created by the administrator under the Alerts tab in the Administration section of the software. To include multiple alerts, you may click the blue Add button and enter as many as needed. Alerts are visible to the user in the View Part and Create Shipment portions of the software under the Alerts and Variations tab. This concludes the creation of parts. However, you as the administrator may also utilize the Update, Delete, and Clone features of the software. Update and Delete function as they do in all other sections. However, the Clone feature is a unique, time-saving tool to create a multitude of parts that have similar characteristics. Once you have created a specific part, you may click the Clone button to render an exact copy of that part which was created, then assign to it a separate proprietary part number. If you have many similar parts, you may then make the necessary changes to that cloned part. It is advisable to repeat this process for parts with minor differences to save time while building your database of parts. Once you click Clone, this distinct part will be saved. We have now concluded the part description section, reaching the end of the administration tutorial series. Thank you for joining us.